Rocker Chris Cornell has died at age 52. The musician, who gained fame as the lead singer of Soundgarden and later Audioslave, passed away on Wednesday night in Detroit. His representative called the death sudden and unexpected and said his wife and family were shocked by it. The statement said the family would be working closely with the medical examiner to determine the cause and asked for privacy. News of Chris' passing comes just 8 hours after he posted his last message on Twitter, which read, "Detroit finally back to Rock City." Chris, who famously sang the song, "You Know My Name," for James Bond movie Casino Royale, was married to wife of 13 years, Vicky Karayiannis, and they are parents to Tony, 12 and Christopher, 11. The Grammy Award-winning, Golden Globe-nominated singer also started the Chris and Vicky Cornell Foundation to support children facing poverty and abuse. He told Details magazine in 2012, "When I met my wife Vicky's family, I had to go out of my way to convince them, to show them, that I wasn't anything like their idea of a musician." As for letting his own children date a rock star, Chris told Details, "I've met many musicians that I wouldn't let anywhere near my daughter. Or my son." Cornell was previously married to Susan Silver, with which he fathered daughter Lillian Jean, 17. Susan was manager of both Alice in Chains and Soundgarden, but they divorced shortly before he married Vicky. He was part of the same original Seattle grunge rock music scene as Kurt Cobain from Nirvana, and in 2015, footage emerged of Cobain doing an impression of him. Cornell faced his own share of personal demons before becoming a clean-living family man. He said, "When I transitioned into adulthood, high-stakes emotional responsibilities, I did everything I could get my hands on. It happened without me really noticing it," he confessed. "The thing is, when you pick up the pipe for the first time, you don't know that that's your fate. The moment isn't that dramatic. And then that was it, I didn't want to care anymore." When Soundgarden reformed in 2013, he said the only real change was the lack of booze on the tour bus after he went teetotal. He said, "The biggest difference I noticed, and we haven't even really talked about it, there are no bottles of Jack Daniels around or beers. And we never talked about. It's just not there." The band, also comprised of Kim Thayil, Matt Cameron, and Ben Shepherd, were due to continue their North American tour and travel to Columbus, Ohio on Friday, with the run ending in Oklahoma on May 27. Soundgarden split in 1997 and reunited in 2010, their last record was King Animal in 2012. During their 13-year hiatus, Cornell went through a dark period and was admitted to rehab for alcohol addiction. In 2012, Chris spoke about his struggle with addiction following Soundgarden's split in 1997. He said at the time, "It's something that would have happened even if Soundgarden had stayed together. It was a long slow slide and then a long slow recovery, but there was self-discovery too. For me it was mostly alcohol from my late teens until my late 30s.